much of instead of having a uniform command, we find that everyone does his or her idea, does what he wishes, does what he wants, provided he's benefiting from it. So we see that these principles are acting as the guiding tool if we are to achieve productivity of workers within different organizations, within the different public offices. But some are overlooked, some are left out. Equity, like when you look at equity, in some offices, some individuals are not treated equally. Some workers are not treated equally. You find that some are being administered, or in other words, are considered to be superior to others, but they're doing the same thing. They're doing the same task. So these are some of the principles that makes it difficult in order to achieve the intended goal and objective. Then the third theory is the bureaucratic management. Remember, under the classical management theories, I said that we are having three. They are scientific management, then administrative theory management, the first one of Taylor, then the second one of Henry Fayol, then the third one, well, also it was introduced by a sociologist, but this one was against Henry Fayol. So the German theorist, follower of general administrative theory, proposed Henry Fayol introduced the most concept of bureaucratic organization. Under this theory, it is characterized by organization based on rational authority would be more efficient and adaptable to changes. In other words, organizations which are being controlled and managed under stronger leadership can achieve efficiency and can achieve changes whenever they are needed. Then also, employee selection and advancement is based on competencies and technical qualifications. That workers are employed basing on the services that they can offer, basing on their skills, basing on their qualifications, not because is my tribe mate or clan mate, or is my son or daughter, or is my mother, or is my brother, even if he's not having skills. According to the bureaucratic management, considers it to be most effective where you select a worker basing on the skills that individual has. If your brother is not having the skills, you should not employ that individual. But is it possible in the current times? Because I'm seeing some individuals get jobs even if they don't have skills, but provided they are members or they come from a certain clan, like here in Somalia. If you're coming from a certain clan, you're given a job, even if you don't have the skills. Someone can link you to get a job. So according to the bureaucratic management, it disagrees with that. You have to employ someone as regards to the competencies and the skills that person has. Organization relies on rules and regulations which are impersonal and applied uniformly to all employees. That there must be rules and regulations in an organization which must be the guiding principle for managing and controlling all the workers uniformly. Not like some laws works on some individuals and some laws do not work on others. No, all the laws must be working on all individuals equally. 3, there must be division of labor. In other words, divide labor equally and establish an environment whereby all the workers are capable of doing their activities in an effective way without compromising their abilities. Then position in an organization are organized in hierarchy. In other words, from the topmost to the bottom. From the topmost to the bottom, that is in terms of leadership. That this must be maintained to see that individuals work effectively. And also managers depends not on personality for successfully giving orders, but the legal power invested in managerial position. That the managers have got the authority to take on decisions in all the tasks that they do. And not only what they meant, but due to the case that they have a plan of whatever must be done. So they do everything as regards to what they meant be doing. So today, bureaucracy is taken as the negative meaning. In other words, for us, we look at bureaucracy in a different way in the modern times, whereby we see that if you are to go to any public office searching for a service, you're going to be forced to pass through different offices. And if you are not lucky enough, you may not get the service. And if you are to go to those different offices, still, you're going to be required to pay a certain bribe in order to reach a certain office. So, which has made it difficult for it to be effective like before. But the theory of bureaucratic tendency aimed at seeing that services are effectively transferred from the central governing body to the public services or to the individuals in their different societies. Then equal treatment of all employees and red tapeism. The red tapeism and endless rules, in other words, many offices being created, in other words, making the process long. Let us say you want to apply for the visa or a ticket to go, for a passport. They first tell you first go to this office, internal affair, you get the document. Then they tell you go to another office, you get the document. That red tapeism, in other words, that is bureaucracy in the modern time. It makes it difficult to provide services. So all workers should be equal in an organization. So in brief, these are the ideals. These are the principles of the bureaucratic ideal, that there must be division of labor, management and ownership. It should be separate. In other words, the managers should be given authorities from the ownership, not the owners to take on the decisions. No, it should be the manager. Decision recorded in writing. Selection is based, employing and selecting an individual is based on technical skills, and also positions are organized in hierarchy, that is leadership, from the topmost to the bottom. Then also managers subject to rules and procedures. In other words, everything they do, the managers must be in line with the rule of law. Rules and regulations well recognized and stated within an organization or a public office. Okay, in brief or in summary, the bureaucratic theory of within management of organization, it looks rationally in different form of organization founded in a logic order and legitimate authority. So there are 5 things that must be considered under the bureaucratic theory. One, there must be a division of labor, well-defined hierarchy of authority, that is from the topmost to the bottom, that is the workers. Then formal rules and procedures. There must be guiding rules and principles within an organization. Then impersonality, it should not be based on individuals' interest. No, it should be based on the organization objective, and career based on merit. In other words, employ an individual based on skills he has and competencies. Basing on skills he has and competencies. Is that okay?